If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
To worry about, though, is when you don't have those types of players on the football field, you don't necessarily know what to expect from other guys, and that teams might do trick plays or might just have something up their sleeve that you say it's better to face them without those guys, but then you don't have quite the same thing to look at or know what they're going to do. Is there truth to that without Andre Johnson on the field, yeah, we saw him play yesterday, but perhaps the Texans could still have something else they might show you that you can't prepare for?
Yeah, well, I mean, naturally, he's their go-to guy. He has the majority of their yards and catches and whatnot, so the quarterback's still going to throw for roughly around the same amount of numbers. Now it's just going to go to other people. So instead of predicting, where they're going to go, when we played the Jets, we knew exactly where they were going to go and when they were going to go there.
Right.
So we're not going to have that factor this week. He's going to spread it out and give it to other guys. But now, you got to look at 81 and Arian Foster, as the guys that are going to take the load. So now you got to take those two guys out of the game. But, if you threw Johnson into the mix, now you have three lethal weapons. But, other guys are going to pick up for the slack where Johnson's going to be missed.
What's made Foster so good so early? I mean, this is a guy that was no one thought about coming out of college, that he was sort of an afterthought. What has made him be so special when healthy at the NFL level?
Yeah, well, I think his reputation he was always a great player. He was always a talented player, but just, with his reputation and whatnot, it kind of hindered his growth and people seeing how good he is, kind of like LeGarrette Blount.
Sure.
So he's always been a good player, but he's got a really good offensive line. They run that zone scheme really well, and he understands how to be patient and when to hit the hole, when to cut back. And so, you might get, 2, 3 yards, 4 yards. Also, you're going to pop a 30 or 40-yarder, and he's a patient running back. He knows what he's doing, and he's really good at it for being such a young running back as well.
And they have a couple of really good tight ends, too. I mean, the guy Owen Daniels is really good, and then they bring up Joel Dreesen, and this guy's capable of making plays anywhere on the football field as well. They're not just Andre Johnsons, I guess, the one thing that you have to say.
Yeah, I mean, their offense is wide open, and you think of the Houston Texans, that's the first thing you think about is their offense and how wide open it is. And Schaub's he's definitely capable of throwing for 500 yards in a ball game. I think they had 400 yards against the Raiders, and they could have had 500, 550 yards. They left some plays out on the field, so it's a wide open offense, and they have capable players at every position.
Now, you have a couple teammates now who played in Houston, Vonta, Leach, and Bernard Pollard. How much do you as players, now I asked John about this, and he said, you try not to overstate it, but you look for feedback, but as players, how much do you go to those guys trying to get little tips, especially some of the individual matchups that you might have on the field, trying to really get some insider trading secrets as far as your opponent?
I mean, you get as much as you can. Loose lips sink ships, so...
Right. If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.